Christy, and today's video is a collaboration that my friend Kat over at Perfectly Kat created, and I'm really excited to do this collaboration. It involves like 30 something other Disney YouTubers, and we are calling this the Quarantine Craft Party. So hashtag Quarantine Craft Party. Some of the ladies will be continuing this every Thursday. Some won't, some will probably do every other Thursday. It all depends on how much we can commit. Because we're all kind of quarantined into our homes right now, we thought that we would come up with some crafts that you can do inside your home with stuff that you may already have. What that means is that none of us went out and purchased stuff in order to do these crafts. We already had everything here, whether that is stuff that we've had for a while from other things we've made, or just household things like cereal boxes or milk cartons or whatever. Mine is bubble bars. So if you don't know what a bubble bar is, it is literally a bar that you create to put in your bath to create bubbles. Most people put them in their kids' baths. I do them in my own. And everything that I used I already had on hand, and so I really don't expect a whole lot of people to already have these items on hand unless you make bath balls or bubble bars already in your life. There are a lot of things, most everything you could probably already have, but there are some things you would not be able to already have. So thank you, Kat, so much for thinking of me and inviting me. I actually almost turned the crafting party down because I have another video posting on the same day, but I was just too intrigued, and I didn't I'm actually super excited to be part of it. I felt really bad too when I first said I don't think I can because I've got another video coming out, but that video's already recorded, already done, already actually uploaded and scheduled to release. So what's the problem with releasing 2 videos on the same day? I don't see a problem with it. It might mess with my algorithm on YouTube, but I don't really care. I'm not monetized, so what's it matter? So let's just go ahead and get started. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. It's gonna be voiceover because, well, while I was recording it, my daughter was listening to music, and most of my DIYs are voiceover anyway. So I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. Please go check out all the other 30-something channels that also did some crafts. That way, if you're quarantined, which everybody probably is, you have plenty of things to do, watch videos, and come up with some new crafts to do in the comfort of your own home. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, guys, so let's get started. That's me waving, hi. So, the first thing you need is some baking soda, which is right there. That is actually 1 cup, the amount that you need. You need some cream of tartar. You need about a 1/2 cup. You need some cornstarch, which is about 1/4 cup. You need some SLSA sodium sulfate, 1 cup of it, and you get that on Amazon. You need some liquid glycerin. That makes the bubbles, and then you need some oil like castor oil or coconut oil. I used coconut oil, and you need about 20 drops of a fragrance. I'm using banana rum, and your liquid glycerin is a 1/2 cup, and your castor oil is 1/8 cup. And then these containers right here that you see me putting down it's really just colored cornstarch. It's like a color run powder that they put on you when you're doing a color run, and you color your you can use food coloring, but I had this readily available, so I used the cornstarch, and I just mixed it up with a little bit of liquid, and then poured it into my solid mixtures. So what you see me doing here is I'm taking this very large bowl. I'm getting some gloves because when I mix my powder, I'm putting all the solid ingredients in there together first, and then when I mix my powder, I separate into 3s so that I could have all the, you put all the solids together, and then you put the liquids together in there with it, and you mix it up, and then you separate it. And once it's separated into 3 different colors, or 3 different sections and bowls, you then put your cornstarch, colored cornstarch that you have already mixed together in just a little bit of water. It doesn't take much. And then you mix it together. And I use lip gloves so that I do not get that color stuck to my hands. If you don't care to have color stuck to your hands, the cornstarch and the food coloring, it's not going to hurt you. You'll be fine. I mean, these are bubble bars. You're going to be sitting in the water with them anyway. So if you don't want to use gloves, you don't really have to. I would probably use a mask if you've got one to cover your face, because that SLSA sulfate, it gets in the air and it'll make you cough and gag a little bit. So use the mask if you've got one. I actually didn't have one, and I don't know that I've ever used one, but you can use it. Don't have to. So once all of these are like kneaded together, I guess if you will say kneaded, because I mean you are pretty much kneading it like you would when you're making dough, then you can just kind of clump it together, if that makes sense. Like literally you're taking a little bit of each and pushing it together and then putting it flat out on, by the way, I use chopsticks to mix my mixture, to put it on a cookie sheet. And then you can use just a cookie cutter, but I happen to use half of a bath ball mold, just because I wanted a heart-shaped one. That whatever shape you want, you just push it down, take the edges from around, and then you want to let these sit overnight so that they harden just slightly, so when you do pick them up, they don't fall apart. And once you're done with that, there's your bath ball. You've got it. Your bath ball's complete. Or not a bath ball, I'm sorry. Your bubble bar. These are probably super, super easy to make. You don't have to be super like delicate with it. It's just mix it together, roll it out like a cookie almost, cut it. I mean, if you wanted to use something to make it flat, you can. I don't really care about that. But it's straightforward, super, super simple. Cut it with a cookie cutter, let it sit overnight. There you go, you got your bubble bars. So now you're going to see it start to bubble in this video that I'll show you. So when I put it under the faucet, I literally crumble it in my fingers under the faucet while the faucet's going. That gives you the most bubbles. It gives you a whole lot of bubbles. The video doesn't show a whole lot because it's just starting, but it's literally a ton. Please feel free to go check out my Instagram to see exactly how many bubbles it is, because I took a picture and it's out there. It's a lot of bubbles. And this was a really fun activity. Because it's not so precise, you could probably do this with your kids. I would probably use the food coloring mixture and you do that yourself, but then they can make these molds. It's super, super simple, super easy. It doesn't have to be exact. It smells really good. I used banana rum fragrance because that one happens to be our favorite. When I say ours, I mean like everybody in the house. And the little bit that I had left over, I just kind of rolled into a ball. Because, I mean, you don't even have to make the molds if you don't want to. You can just roll them into balls. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. That was the DIY of how to make bath bars, bubble bars, blah. Again, Kat, thank you so much for inviting me. Please be sure to go check out all those other channels listed down below, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye now.